Our next speaker, she says she is Mrs. Tan. Her maiden name is Siew Buey. Everyone calls her Cikgu Ang. She's also a teacher in her hometown, which is Terengganu. She is retiring next year. She was diagnosed with colon cancer stage 3 15 years ago. That was 2006. And tonight, she is sharing her story. She is Ang Siew Buey. Her speech title is I Believe. I Believe, Ang Siew Buey. The stage is yours. We'll wait for her to come appear on video. Okay, she's here. Are you ready, Siew Buey?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Lee.
Okay, over to you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, can
Hi.
hear you. Go on.
Can I start now?
Yes,
Hi.
go on.
I'm Cikgu Ang, a cancer survivor. I'm going to talk about my hope and what I believe in. It has been 15 years since I was diagnosed with colon cancer stage 3. The past 15 years was not easy. Some might say that I was lucky. However, I believe it is hope, determinations, and perseverance that keep me alive today. It is the hope I saw in my loved ones' eyes that tell me a million times not to give up, no matter how painful and difficult treatment can be. In their eyes, I saw their hope for me to get well and to grow old with them. Frankly speaking, I gave up hope at the moment doctor told me the bad news because I was rather ignorant at that time. Lucky for me, my husband is very positive and very supportive. His love forces me to believe that cancer can be cured. And for the sake of my loved ones, it must be cured. With that belief, I embark on a long and difficult journey. I believe in my surgeon and oncologist when they said they had cured many cancer patients. I believe they were my only hope to stay alive at that time. After the operation, I had to undergo 12 cycles of chemotherapy once every fortnight. As my two children had to sit for a very important public exam that year, I traveled alone by bus to and fro for my chemo treatment to a city about 10 hours drive away. My husband stayed home for our children. I told him I could manage on my own. Don't worry. I was really determined to live for my loved ones. It was really tough, especially when I was alone doing chemotherapy in a foreign country, not to mention the exorbitant bills. Immediately after each chemo, I have to cross two immigration office all by myself. I could remember clearly the pain that I have to endure after each chemo session. I really hate the long and lonely journey, but I don't have a choice because I could not afford the flight. Therefore, I have to persevere. It took me 6 months before my oncologist congratulated me for completing my chemotherapy. I told him, I hope to live to be a grandmother. And he said, of course you would. His kind and comforting words give me hope. And now, I'm a proud grandmother of two adorable grandchildren, Nicholas and Emily. Love them. I eat healthily, a lot of vegetables and fruits like apple, kiwis, berries, and I stopped taking oily and fried food Sugar definitely is a no-no. I drink juice from celery, bitter gourd, green apple, capsicum, beetroot, apple. It is very, very bitter, but healthy. I once read an article in New Straits Times saying morning air can do miracles. So for the past 15 years till now, I wake up around 5 in the morning to prepare my breakfast. Then I go for my morning walk in the park before I go to school. I join many of my friends who are also cancer patients. We practice 过灵 qigong, a kind of exercise mainly consisting of walking and proper breathing technique to increase our intake of oxygen. My 老师 or 师傅 once said, oxygen can enhance self-healing and increase our immunity against cancer. I believe my 老师. Since then, I have been practicing Qigong every morning, be it rain or shine. I even practice Qigong when I go for my holiday to places like London, Rome, Melbourne, and Taipei. Thanks to Madam Lim, my former principal, I took part in a 10-kilometer run in 2016 and got myself the first medal in my life. I was so very proud. And since then, I have participated in many 10-kilometer runs. Running the Penang Marathon has been my dream since college days because I fell in love with my husband watching him run the Penang Marathon 38 years ago, and I still love him. I'm now training my I'm now training for my first 21-kilometer Penang run. I jog twice a week in the evening. I believe and I'm determined to complete the run. To the other patients, please trust your doctor and be a good patient. More importantly, you must also believe in yourself. If you stay positive with a strong determination, I believe you too can live a very healthy life with your loved ones. Thank you to all my 老师, especially Mr. Alex Wong, my relatives, friends, students, Ming Jie, Feng Jie, Pin Jie, and my family for making me believe in ourselves. That's all from me tonight, and thank you. Stay safe. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Siew Buey. Thank you for sharing. It wasn't easy, but you make it. And your speech certainly gave us a lot of hope. Please send my regards to your family and also your 2 grandchildren.